Hey everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome to a Stamping Up Fri-Yay mini workshop. Hello everyone. I'm just going to wait to see if everyone can find me. I can see Diane and Lori. Everybody's hopping on. So my workshops, I started doing workshops 3 weeks ago. It's just a good way to show you some new products. And I'm going to be doing these just about every 3 weeks. I'm just waiting just a few more seconds. I can see Joanne and Deb, Angie. So hello everyone. Okay, so we're ready to go. Everybody's finding me okay. So as you can see, I am featuring the awesome Otters stamp set this time. This is a stamp set you can earn for free during celebration. Sorry about the glare there. You can earn for free during celebration with a $50 order. So when you place your order, you can put this in your cart and you'll earn it for free. And don't forget to enter this hostess code. If you need to go back and watch the video to get the hostess code when we're done, you can watch this again, and it's right here in this area. And during my workshops, I offer a free gift with your order. And I'm creating 3 projects today, and you'll get 3 card kits also. I've had a few of you guys message me that you really love this stamp set. Now's the time to get it for free because this will be gone after February 28th. And for those of you that are ordering, you can actually pick something else for free if I don't pick your name. I am offering the awesome Otters as a door prize for everybody that orders. So just to let you know, and let me show you all of the products I'm using. So the free gift for this month to go with your card kits is going to be the Bumblebee Gingham ribbon. You'll get a full spool of the ribbon and the 3 card kits. I'm also using the Daffodil Afternoon Designer Paper. Now this is also a freebie during celebration. Look at the beautiful patterns, the beautiful daffodils. Again, this is free with a $50 order. So you can get 2 products for free with a $100 order. I'm also using Tuxedo Black Memento ink. Now I'm going to slide over a whole bunch of Stampin' Blends markers. I'm going to be doing some coloring. So I've got the color lifter, just in case I make a boo-boo. Flirty Flamingo, Petal Pink, Balmy Blue, Soft Suede, and what's this one? Oh, that's the Petal Pink. This one is, oh, I've got these messed up. Hold on. Petal Pink, Petal Pink. I got to find the ones that match together. Pale Papaya. Okay, so there's my colors. Let me bring out card number 1. I'm not going to flip it over yet. You know how I like to tease you guys. And in between cards, I'm doing 3 total. I'm going to show you other things that are going on with Stamping Up that I don't want you to miss out on. Now, I am not using the Many Messages stamp set. I'm actually using the Messages dies. Look how big this die is. This is 1 full die that cuts out all of these shapes. You can do this 2 ways. You can stamp ahead of time with 1 ink color, cut them out, and you can see here that I keep all the extras that I've stamped in a cello bag. Or you can just cut your cardstock, I can't talk tonight, your cardstock out, and you'll have all of these shapes. And I keep them right by my fingertips so I can use these. They even have little stars, little hearts. I'm going to use a little heart on my first card, so you'll see what that's all about. So that's another really neat die to own. Okay, let's get going. I've got thick basic white. Let me get my bone folder. 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. And when you get these card kits, everything is cut for you. Everything is scored for you. All you need to do is put everything together. I've got basic black, 4 3/4 by 3 3/4, a scrap piece for stamping. Here's the Daffodil Designer Paper. I have 3 pieces, 4 1/2 by 1 inch. Here's one of the little labels that I cut from that die, and then this little tiny heart. Now let me flip the card over. So this is card number 1. And again, this is the ribbon that I'm offering for free when you place your $50 order. So let me go ahead. The first thing I'm going to do is glue the designer paper in place. I'm going to flip these over, and I'm going to add stamping dimensionals. And I'm adding 2 together. So 2, 4, 6. I just kind of grab them together and plop them on there. Oh, thanks for the hearts, you guys. You guys like this card. I kept my favorite one for last. Okay, now an easy way to do this, you can place your designer paper strips. I'm going to put one right side up, but I'm going to put these 2 upside down. See how easy that is? Now I know where to stick the one in the middle. Let me put my card right here. So now I know where this one's going to go. It's going to go about right there. Now I can flip these over. I hope you guys can hear me good. I've got my new microphone on. I know you guys said it worked well last time. I'm leaving about 1/4 of an inch in between, and it's a little bit more space on the end. You can space it exactly if you want to. I am going to be doing a little bit of fussy cutting just on this card tonight. Okay, so there's my 3 strips. Now I'm going to do my ribbon. I have a mess on here because I had something for another class glued to that, so just disregard that. That was for my bingo, my online bingo that I hosted. I think that was last weekend. We had so much fun. I'm probably going to be posting the sign up for my March bingo next week, so be on the lookout for that. I only allow a small number because I don't want the group to be too large so we can all interact. So the quicker you sign up, the better. Okay, there's my pretty bow. And now I'm going to add more dimensionals because I'm going to glue this to the front on my card base. I actually have 3 layers of dimensionals on this card because I add some to the Otter also. And you know, a lot of people think that this is hard to mail, but guess what? When this goes through the mail, it's foam. So it smushes down when it goes through the meter. Okay, there's that part. Now we're going to do some stamping. So I'm going to bring in the Memento ink. And we're doing this little guy right here. He's so cute. I'm going to be cutting him out, so I don't need to be too fussy on how I stamp him on there. There's the little birthday hat. Let's see, I need Flirty Flamingo, Petal Pink, and then the soft suede. I'm going to start out with the belly. I'm going to use, I'm going to use the dark and just go around the outside edge of the belly. And then I'm going to color with the light. That was the dark. This is the light. Make sure you, oh, and I need my pad under there. It colors better when you add your pad under because it absorbs some of that alcohol that comes out. And just make sure you blend the edges so the 2 colors blend together. I'm also going to color the little hat in between the polka dots, just with the light. Flirty Flamingo. And this is the dark. I'm actually not using the light today. And then the Otter, all I did was add some dark, like the ears along the edges, right there where there would be a shadow. And I'm going to do his little feet. These critters are so cute. And now I'm just going to blend with the light. I had to look because it looks dark. Whoops, I went over the eye. See, that's why I have the color lifter. I'm going to need to whiten out his eye. I got a little carried away. Okay, now I'm just blending where the dark is. And you're going to see that's going to lighten up. Okay, now let me get the color lifter so I can make his eye white. See, look, it all came back. This thing is just like magic. Now we're going to cut this out. I'm going to leave a little bit of white on the edge. This is the only one you need to watch me cut. If you are new to my page, I always like to mention this. See how I'm steering with my left hand? That's how I fussy cut. I don't even move my scissors. It's my left hand that's doing the steering. I'm not going to worry about the hair on top because the hat is going to cover that. I know you're all going, phew, I don't have to cut around that hair. So what have you guys ordered so far during celebration that was your freebie? As you can see, I'm offering one of the stamp sets, so I have extras. I've actually been giving away quite a bit of stamp sets during my live videos. Okay, I'm almost done, and then I'll have to cut the birthday hat. And we're almost done with card 1 already. Okay, there's the otter. How cute is he? So I can't have you guys raise your hand, but how many of you guys like to fussy cut? I always, when I used to have my live classes at home, which I hope to go to again soon, whenever I made everybody fussy cut, I could hear some cringing. Okay, I'm going to add just a little bit of glue on the top of his head. We're going to glue the little party hat. I find it relaxing. I love to fussy cut. And most people that love to fussy cut say the same thing. They like it because it's relaxing. Okay, I'm going to put another one right here to hold the hat in place. Just going to bring this ribbon down just a little bit. Whoops. We're going to glue the otter, and then all I got left to do on this one is the sentiment and, whoops, the little heart. Oh, Jewel is saying she's slow at fussy cutting. Yeah, but you probably get it right too because you take your time. Okay, I'm just going to add a little dot of glue. My bow is a little bit more towards the center, so my otter is positioned a little differently. There's my little heart, and that's from the dies that I showed you. Now, here is the sentiment. And I always like to practice on my grid paper to see how straight I can get it against the dark line you see here. That's pretty straight. Let's see if I can do it again. I'm going to have to bring this down some so I can see. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to flip that over and I'm going to grab some mini dimensionals. Now I'm only adding dimensionals on the right hand side because we're going to glue it flat to the belly because the otter is already popped. So you don't want to pop him again. So I'm going to add a little bit of liquid glue on the left end. And I'm going to have to move that over just a tad like that because, like I said, this otter is more in the middle. So there's card number 1. Isn't that cute? Let me move on to card number 2. So let me get situated. I'm going to dig out Mary's vacuum. I should name my vacuum Mary. Mary Ellsbury bought me this. Look at that. It just vacuums everything up. She got this on Amazon. Just search for mini vacuum and you'll find it. I have to mention that every time I use it because I love it. Here's card number 2. This one is kind of floating around. He's swimming in the water. And what I use to do the water is our little diorama dies. And I use number 3 and number 4. So the 2 right here. And that's with Balmy Blue. Here's one of the labels from the dies I showed at the beginning. Thick basic white, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Let me fold that. And I'll tell you the sizes as I glue them. Daffodil Delight, where's my glue? Hold on. Daffodil Delight, 5 1/4 by 4. So again, you guys get all of the pieces to make this card as well. All you need to do is do the stamping. Next is the designer paper, the Daffodil Afternoon, 5 by 3 3/4. That goes right here. Then we have another layer of daffodil. This one is 5 by 2. Lots of layers on this one. And that's going to go about 1/2 inch from the bottom of the designer paper. And here's another designer paper, same thing, 5 inches on this one with 1 3/4 inch. It's going to be centered over the daffodil layer, like that. And we can actually go ahead and glue the largest of the diorama. Isn't it cool how this looks like a little pond of water? I got my little bow, so let me go ahead and we're going to do some stamping first. Now, just a tip, it's a little bit more difficult to color with the blends markers on the colored cardstock. The color tends to want to spread, so you have to not go too close to the edge of the black ink. So let me ink this up. We're going to sit him right in the middle. And I'm going to do the sentiment while I have it also. And again, I'm going to test myself by stamping on my grid. Look how crooked that is. Let me try it again. That means I got to go down to the left a little. Let's see if we can get it right. I can't see. It's too light. Nope, it's crooked. I'm going to have to flip that over. Okay, there's that one. Now let's do some coloring. This time we've got soft suede, and I've got the light pale papaya, and we've got the light balmy blue. I'm going to start by doing the belly. I'm just doing one color only because it's on the colored cardstock. And as you can see, I'm being very careful next to the blue lines. Maybe I use the dark color because this doesn't seem to be changing all that much. Let me try the darker one. There, that's a little bit more color. If you're coloring on cardstock, you have to make sure it's a light color so that the color peeks through. Now we're going to do the little fish. So I'm going to bring this close just to show you what happens when you go too close. I'm going to color it anyway, but look at the fish. It's got some of that pale papaya color on it because it kind of seeps through. But once we add the blue, we can blend that in. It looks like I did it on purpose and I added some shading. We're going to call it good. Okay, now I'm going to try, whoops, I lost my end. That happens sometimes where the end pops off. That tells you that they're so tight. I'm just going to go a little bit away from the line because like I said, it wants to spread. I'm leaving like a 1/16 of an inch and it's actually seeping in there. I'm just going to outline the whole thing on this one. I'm just being super slow, and you know me, I don't do things slow, so I'm going super slow just to make sure I'm not going to end up with a mess. It just must be the cardstock. The colored cardstock is different than the basic white. Okay, now we're going to color him in, and again, I'm just going to go super slow, just so that I don't end up with a smudgy mess. And I'm not going to color on the eyes this time, I hope. But isn't it amazing that you can color on blue and the color still peeks out? And then a little trick that I used the Balmy Blue Light, and I just traced the little waves, and I went around the outside of him. It's going to dry a little lighter. It just kind of gives him that 3D look. Trace the little waves. And then I'll hold it up close so you guys can see it. Now, another thing that I normally do after I have a line through there, it kind of has a distinctive edge, so I actually use the color lifter. You're going to see it add color here, but it's going to disappear when it dries. But I'm toning down the edge of that blue. I'm just doing the edge. And it's kind of making it so that it looks like it's melting right into that cardstock. So you can see it happening already right here where I toned it down. Okay, I'm done with that one. So now we're going to glue that with dimensionals. And we're going to glue the bow and the sentiment. And I am going to have a drawing tomorrow morning. Everybody that shared my video, make sure you let me know that you shared. And you'll get a chance to win all 3 of the cards that I'm making tonight. Okay, there's the sentiment. And then I'm going to grab some glue dots so I can glue my ribbon. And I always add liquid glue on each side of my glue dot. I'm going to glue that right there. Fluff up the bow, and there's card number 2. Look how cute he is swimming in that little pool of water. Okay, let me set up for card number 3. Oh, I'm supposed to be showing you stuff in between stamping. I totally forgot. I want to talk to you a little bit about Paper Pumpkin, only because we all got an important email this week. Because of all the global price increases, we have to increase our Paper Pumpkin. So on March 1st, the price is going to go up a little bit. But I want to tell you guys what I do every year, and I'm just going to throw it out there. Because it's celebration, if you buy a 1-year subscription right now, it is $220. But 2 things. One thing is, by doing a 1 year, you purchase 11 kits and get the 12th one for free. It gives you a free kit by doing it with this price. Then you get to pick your celebration products. You get 4 level 1s or 2 level 2s. But what I normally do because I'm doing my subscription this week, I bump up my order to 250. So it gives me another celebration product on top of that. Plus you'll get the rewards also, the free rewards. So this will lock in your price for a whole year. So when March 1st comes around, you won't have the price increase. So you'll be locked in at the lower price. And my other thing I wanted to talk about is joining during celebration. You get to pick $125 worth of any products in both catalogs. You only pay $99. You get to add in 2 more free stamp sets of your choice. Some of them are up to $39, so that's $78 value. Free shipping, free paper pumpkin kit, total value $236 for $99 plus your sales tax. Once you join, and I need one more person. I'm doing this because I need one more person. I had a goal, and I'm almost at my goal. And just to show you what I do with my team, last night we started a mystery stamping. I gave them all the measurements of what they needed. And we're going to do this once a month. And then I do other things with my team also. And this is the card that we ended up creating as a team. Together, we stamped together. We had a lot of fun. But this is the card that I did with them. Isn't that neat? And I gave them all of the instructions of what they need for next month already too. So anyway, I need one more person. Who's gonna join for me? One more person. And if you have any questions, message me, okay? Okay, let's go to number 3. I got some goodies here. I'm using Pool Party this time. 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Next one is 5 1/4 by 4, Pool Party again, and I embossed it with the bark embossing folder, and you can see how pretty that is. And you can use either side because they're about the same. Let me get my ruler. We've got 1 layer of the designer paper, 3.5 by 2.5, and then this is from the rectangle stitch dies. It would be number 3 from the inside. So 1, 2, 3, basic white. A small circle from the layering circles would be the smallest one you see there. And then a star from the stitch stars, and it would be this one right here, it would be number 3. This is Bumblebee. And here is card number 3. This is my favorite. Look how cute that critter is. So let me show you how to do that one. We're going to glue. Now normally I would glue this down with stamping dimensionals, but because it's so bumpy, it's already going to add some bulk. The only thing, because it's so bumpy, I use liquid glue. And because it's so bumpy, it's going to add height all on its own, so you don't need to add dimensionals to this layer. Okay, let me just press on this for a minute. Then I'm going to do the ribbon. We're going to go around the whole thing. This way. I'm going to tie a bow over to the left. And when you get this ribbon as your gift, you're going to have more than enough to do the 3 cards plus a lot more, because you get 10 yards of this ribbon. And you earn it for free. All you need to do, whoops, I missed my loop. All you need to do is place a $50 order, add in a free product from Celebration. And for those that ordered during my last workshop, the order just came in a couple days ago. So I think that went out in the mail yesterday. So those are coming to you guys. I got all the card kits in there, and it was an embellishment last month. Okay, there's my bow. I'm going to move it over to the left. Next, we're going to add the designer paper with dimensionals. That's going to go right over the ribbon in about 1 1/4 inches from the left-hand side. Okay, now we're going to do our last otter. I forgot to show you guys the inside of my clear case. It's empty, so I'm going to use every single stamp in this set tonight. Now we're going to do this little guy that's swimming in the water. I'm also going to stamp the sentiment on the little circle. Now that just barely fits on there. I'm going to have to bring it low so I can see it. Just barely fits. I put it there so I don't lose it. Okay, here we go with Petal Pink, soft suede and balmy glue again. So I'm going to do the blue. These are the little water droplets. And then I'm just going to trace all of the little waves. You could add more color if you wanted to, but I think it's enough. Just one color. And the belly is so small that I'll just do one color on that as well. And now we're going to do, oh, I did it again. It's so tight. This is a new one. After I've opened it a few times, I won't do that anymore. Just going to add some dark at the top, do his ears, and then do some down here where you would normally see a shade area. And now we're going to blend with the lighter. Make sure I don't color the eyes. So when you're coloring with blends markers, you have to just figure out where it's going to be shaded. And that's where you add your dark areas. Look at him. And again, we're going to glue him flat on the designer paper. So I'm just going to add dimensionals on the right hand side. Add some glue. I'm hoping I didn't forget to mention anything. I think I got it all. That's going to go about there. And then we're going to add another layer. Just one in the middle of each of these. So you're going to get all of these die cuts when you get your card kits. And I'll bring out the hostess code again so you guys can see that again. So there's card number 3. Let me bring that up close. Isn't that cute? They're all cute. These little guys are just all cute and adorable. Okay, let me move all of this over. I'm going to bring the cards back in. Which one's your favorite? You get 3 to pick from. I just love them. And like I said, if you shared my video, let me know in the comments that you shared. And I will pick a name sometime tomorrow. Here is the free gift that you'll receive. And let me get the hostess code. The hostess code is right here. So thanks so much for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the workshop, and I'll have another one. I'm trying to do them every 3 weeks, so I'll have a new one in 3 weeks. I'll see you again next week for another project also. Thanks for joining me, everyone, and have a very good weekend. Stay safe. Bye-bye.